Pargo hits the free throw. And you talked about poise here being key for Washington State in the second half. How about an 8-2 run at a key time?
I'm telling you, and you talk about a team being well prepared. The fans don't like this situation because the officials go on to the scoreboard, to the side here to check something. I don't know what. But what it does is it really ices Pargo. Weaver has 7 of the last 10 points for Washington State.
His offense coming around here at a very crucial time, but we've talked about it all night about his defense. And the Washington State defense overall, they may hold Gonzaga under 50 here tonight.
I'll tell you, they hold most people down.
Yeah.
52 points a game average against them in 7 games this year. Mark is very angry, and I don't blame him. I don't know what the situation is over there, but it's not a major point, and they have frozen his free throw shooter. West Coast Conference against Pac-10. A lot of action in this one. You talk about all conference players being in this game. You know, Derek Lowe and Weaver, our first team all Pac-10 last year and preseason as well. And of course, Jeremy Pargo is also first team all conference. And I'm guessing Bolden will be this year despite his performance in this one.
Zags favored to win the West Coast again this year. They've won it the last 7 years. And you know what? Now that UCLA's gone down, they've been proven vulnerable. Maybe Washington State is the team to beat this year in the Pac-10.
Well, there's a lot of good ones, and yeah, they're picked second. You're right. They're picked second. Southern California has a lot of young talent, so they have been up and down. They've lost a couple of games in a row right now. And, of course, Stanford is going to be good when Brooke Lopez gets back.
Pargo to make this a 5-point game after a long wait, and he got it. Coming back in here is Larry Gerganius. He's a defensive specialist.
Well, they're going to go full court pressure after this free throw. There's no doubt about that. The clock is your enemy right now. They need to get a steal or a trap on the first player.
Rochester breaks the press and with relative ease. And now a timeout call.
No, it's a foul.
There was a foul. I missed it.
Yeah, and you're right. Rochester made a terrific play going down the sideline right there. You're supposed to cut off the sideline and make them go back toward the trapper. They were not able to do that. They were trying. Taylor, a good free throw shooter, 80%. Had 8 points against Baylor. Excellent point guard.
Now Rochester, Weaver, and Lowe, 84% free throw shooters combined. The question here for Gonzaga down the stretch, who do you foul? They made a mistake here by fouling Rochester, and he nails it.
Well, the thing is, you know, you can go through the histrionics of who to foul, but you got to foul a guy who has the ball. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got to stop the clock. This guy not only is excellent from the free throw line, he shoots 61% from the field. That's unbelievable for a guard.
6-point game, clock winding down, 15 seconds. Pargo the shot, and a whistle and a foul.
Well, Pargo right now just putting his head down and going right to the basket as quickly as he can. Of course, he realizes the clock is the problem. When you can score when the clock is stopped and you're behind, that's the antidote. But still, they've got to make a defensive play after the free throws.
So after the foul, Pargo back to the strike. Pargo now with 9 points. It's a 4-point game.
4 points means 2 possessions, 14 seconds. They've got to stop the clock. Timeout, Gonzaga. Now, right now, Mark Few has to decide whether he wants to guard the inbound guy bringing the ball inbounds as if you were rushing a quarterback, or take 5 of his players and play against the 4 players inbounds for Washington State. The last time they tried to pressure the passer and nothing ensued for them. What they've got to do is once the ball is inbounded, if they don't steal, they've got to foul right away.
Bob, we've talked about Weaver's defense all night, but how about his offense stepping it up at a very critical point in this game?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he made that jump shot from the side where he didn't take a three and went inside. That was a very key play. And then the drive along the baseline was the one that gave them the breathing room. Before that, they were in a little bit tougher place. And then on the offensive board after the miss, he's everywhere at the right place at the right time. That is one intelligent player.
Last year, he became the first player in Pac-10 history to have 300 points, 125 rebounds, 125 assists, 50 steals, and 35 blocks. We talked about maybe not a master of any trade, but very good at everything. He's a jack of them all.
And he can throw the touchdown pass.
Cowgill tracks it down, but throws it away. Here comes Cargo with 10 seconds on the clock. Down by 4. High off the glass, doesn't go in. Downs the putback, stripped by Cowgill. And Washington State will win it. What a win for Tony Bennett and the Washington State Cougars.
Well, they come in ranked number 6 in the country, and they showed you why. This is a very difficult place to play. Just look at the stats. Only one team has won here, Santa Clara, last year since the building's been up. And they come in here and they gave Gonzaga a punch, got ahead right at the beginning of the game. And then, of course, when Gonzaga had the momentum, they held them off with their experience. Derek Lowe was outstanding. Weaver was terrific. And, of course, good play on both ends. Pendergraft was solid. And, of course, Bolden was absent because of the defense of Weaver in this one. When that man gets Josh Heitfeld back, Gonzaga is going to be a lot better than this.
Gonzaga held under 50 points for the first time since '96. They had no field goals in the final 5 minutes and 16 seconds. Great defense, great win for Washington State, 51-47 the final. For Andy Katz, Bob Wenzel, and our entire ESPNU crew, I'm Clay Matvick. Coming up next on the U, ACC basketball. Syracuse taking on Virginia. For more information, log on to ESPNU.com. The proceeding has been an exclusive presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. So long from